Hello and welcome or welcome back. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Justyna, and if you're a returning viewer or a listener, welcome back and thank you for joining me today. So here today I'm going to discuss the energies of the upcoming full moon in Aries taking place on October the 17th at 24 degrees of Aries. Here, a full moon occurs when the sun and the moon are in opposition in the opposing signs. In this case scenario, we've got the moon in Aries, the full moon is in Aries, and the solar point, the sun, is in the sign of Libra at 24 degrees. So, with its opposition, which means that the moon is fully visible in the sky, our emotions and our feelings are heightened, and so is our intuition. So, this is the mid cycle of a lunation cycle overall. I like to look at the gestation lunar cycle, as you may know, those of you who have been watching me for quite some time. So this cycle lasts 2 years and 7 months, and this full moon connects to a story that started back in April 2023, and that was actually a solar eclipse in Aries, the first eclipse in Aries and Libra cycle. Think about what happened, what you started in your life around that time. Now, I think it will especially be significant, meaningful, if you will, to those who have placements in the cardinal signs in those final degrees, or at least the third decan of the cardinal signs, because you would have had a planet, a point, an asteroid, whatever it is, activated. And usually with the activation of natal placements, things happen in our life. So if you can connect a story from that period in time to this full moon, you will see that the energies, people, situations similar to those back in April 2023 could be very much the case now in October 2024. So a little bit of here of an exercise homework, if you will, for you to dig a little bit deeper to gain a better understanding of the energies here present here in October for you, because of course a full moon always connects to a story. This isn't the beginning of a cycle. This is a mid-cycle, so things happen. There are usually breakthroughs. We gain a better understanding of a story that has been an ongoing thing or issue for quite some time. Now, if you have any placements at around here, 24 degrees of the cardinal signs, give or take 3, 4 degrees, maybe even 5, with that eclipse being at 29 degrees last year, then you will be under greater influence of this full moon. Now, if your birthday falls on the 17th, then this means that the upcoming year will be really, really significant, because you will be closing some chapters in your life as you prepare for a new life phase to emerge, begin. Now, we've got lots of interesting energies happening, taking place around this time. We've got this, the ruler of this full moon, Mars, connect with the full moon by a square. And actually, if you look closer, we have a grand cross taking place with Pluto and Mars being involved. We also have a conjunction with Chiron, lots of healing energy, but also any vulnerabilities, any insecurities in our life will become much more visible and apparent around this time. But I think this is a time of collective healing overall. Now, let's have a quick look at the chart of this full moon, and I will briefly tell you what this the placements, the transits mean for us on a mundane level, and then we will move into the forecast for each sign. All right, so as you can see, we've got this is the full moon here in Aries, the 17th of October, the chart for the full moon in Aries. So as I just mentioned, we've got a grand cardinal cross, which involves the moon, the sun, but also Mars and Pluto. So what could it mean here with that Aries, Libra, and Cancer, Capricorn energy being activated? Right, so first of all, with Libra and Cancer, the signs connected to justice, Libra, justice, fairness, and Cancer being connected to family. emotional security, safety. The Grand Cross, which is all about the squares, so there's tension in the air. This could generally trigger social movements, protests, especially connected to a greater equality, justice, and human rights. Now, the Cardinal Grand Cross could also indicate economic and financial shifts, especially since apart from Pluto being at 29 degrees of Capricorn, we also have a Venus and Uranus opposition, Venus being the planet connected to finances. And Uranus shakes things up, indicates breakthroughs, especially if it connects with other planets by a square or an opposition. So we could see a culmination or a turning point in global economic matters, financial economic matters being highlighted, economic transformations may occur, possibly due to collapse or perhaps restructuring of major industries, financial systems, for example. Now, this full moon is squaring Mars, the ruler of this full moon. This is really, really significant. Mars is in Cancer, the sign where it feels really uncomfortable, the sign of its fall. So this immediately tells us that there is a certain degree of aggression in the air, a global conflict, and Mars fury energy could lead to military actions or civil unrest, for instance. Now, here there's also a possibility for environmental or natural disasters. Here again, Uranus is activated, and all the elements are activated as well. So here we've got fire, water, earth, and air in the cardinal Grand Cross. So what this means is that we may witness natural disasters taking place, like earthquakes, floods, and we had lots of floods already here, at least in Europe. Earthquakes, floods, hurricanes. So we may witness natural disasters taking place around this time, such as earthquakes, floods, and we've had them already post Pisces lunar eclipse, hurricanes as well, which have already occurred. And there's also a potential for wildfires in some parts of the world, especially with Pluto being activated in the Grand Cardinal Cross. And Mars. Here with Venus and Uranus opposition, we could see technological disruptions, breakthroughs, but also unexpected developments in technology, financial markets as well. So as you can see, lots of transformative energies, lots of tension in the air. But Pluto being at 29 degrees of Capricorn for the very, very last time in our lifetime, this suggests that a transformation is needed. Transformation is necessary as we approach brand new cycles starting next year, with Saturn and Neptune moving into Aries temporarily, but giving us a flavor of the new era taking place between 2025 2026. Now, at the same time with the Aries and Libra axis being activated, this is about finding balance between our individual actions and the collective harmony, healing, which is crucial to avoid unnecessary conflicts taking place. With Chiron's involvement being so closely aligned with this full moon, Chiron's influence can really help with collective healing, especially if the wounds of the past are addressed openly around this time, whether on a social or political level. All right, so a little bit about this full moon. Now let's see what this full moon brings for us on an individual level. So we will look at each rising sign. As I mentioned earlier, you can also watch it for your moon sign or your sun sign if you wish, just to get a bigger picture. So thank you very much, and let's begin. Hello, Aries, and welcome to your horoscope for the upcoming full moon in Aries. What you need to focus on is here, basically what could come up and show up around this full moon is any old past wounds situations, experiences from the past that affected your ability to be confident, that affected your ability to assert yourself. So here, this is a chance for you to address these insecurities, these limitations that may come up in your thoughts, in your dreams. So overall, this full moon is about releasing these insecurities, releasing these limitations. Generally, anything that affects your ability to be confident, to be assertive, to reach your goals and objectives. Because during a full moon, we become more aware and more clear about what is going on in our lives. And here, this full moon is very much connected to your identity, to the self. So if there are any insecurities, limitations, vulnerabilities that are affecting your ability to move forward with your life, to reach your goals, and here, this is a chance for you to address them, to heal them. So lots of healing here, lots of healing of the self, of the vulnerabilities, insecurities, and limitations that are affecting your ability to be confident, to be yourself, to be your authentic self. At the same time, we've got Venus and Uranus opposition here, activating your second and the eighth house. So here again, the issue of self-worth and self-esteem is activated, but this is also a time of potential unexpected surprises, breakthroughs, in your financial sector, depending on your circumstances. Mars, the ruler of this full moon, is in your fourth house, squaring Chiron. There is a tension. There could be a situation that emerges at your home that will need your attention. This could be also connected to healing some early memories, childhood wounds. This is about finding emotional security and safety in your life. But at the same time, there is some kind of tension that needs to be resolved with a family member, something that affects your home situation. So this will also require your attention. Maybe this is about finding a better balance between your home and career sphere. This could be also very much the case. All right, so thank you very much, Aries. Now let's have a look at the next sign, and this is Taurus. So here, Taurus. Hello, Taurus, and welcome. So here the full moon in Aries is activating your 12th house. During a full moon in the 12th house, very often we feel like we want to isolate, we want to withdraw from the outside world. We feel overwhelmed with people, with situations, with the energies resonating around us or in the world overall. You might feel very sensitive to what's happening across the globe, any disasters or any unhappiness taking place on a global scale. So there is this increased vulnerability to what's happening around you. But at the same time here with the full moon in the 12th house, this is a time to slow down because the sun is in your 6th house during Libra season. This is usually a very vivid, active time. And this full moon wants you to slow down and see your life from a very different angle perspective, because I think you may have been overwhelmed with different kind of activities, especially with the Libra eclipse in your 6th house, the sun here spending its time, so to speak, in your area of hard work, labor, activities, being of service to others. By the time the full moon arrives, you might want to have a break. Now, at the same time with the full moon in the 12th house, you might experience insomnia. This is a chance for you also to move away from any addictions, negative habits, routines, because we've got a square to Mars also in your 3rd house. There could be some issues you might experience, misunderstandings with others, because communication is slightly disturbed with the full moon forming a tight square with Mars. And also Chiron is squaring Mars. Well, of course, we have the Grand Cross taking place as well. It's about finding balance in your life. If things have been out of balance, if you've been dedicating too much of your energy to others, this full moon will make it very apparent, giving you a chance to slow down and think things through. Now, at the same time, this is about addressing the important aspects of your private life. There could be a lot happening behind the scenes, but this is a chance for you to also take a step back in order to reevaluate certain aspects of your inner reality. Now, here, I think this is a time of healing as well, of course. Chiron is here, healing of any vulnerabilities, insecurities, anything that affects your mental health. This is a great time for healing, moving away from any insecurities, vulnerabilities, because here with Chiron being activated and squaring Mars, with the full moon squaring Mars, for some Taurians, this could manifest as a very heated conversation. Don't let anyone wound you during this time. Don't let others make you feel vulnerable because you'll be extra sensitive around this time. So you need to surround yourself with positive people, positive experiences. And as I said, withdrawal and contemplation, journaling is really important. You need to slow down to truly understand what is happening, what's going on, and what important solutions you can implement to your current reality. Venus is in opposition to Uranus. This is a very erratic time. For some Taurians, this could manifest in a way that you might be very sensitive to technology. Things could be breaking down. Things might not be working as they usually do. But at the same time, if you touch something, you might feel like, oh, this kind of experience could be also the case for some. Maybe this is also a sign that it's time for a transformation in your life. And I think this is very much the case for many Taurians. But here, this is what I've got for you today. Thank you very much. And let's have a look at the next side. Hello, Geminis, and welcome. I've got the 11th house activation. So this full moon is centered around your friendships, groups you belong to, generally people in your life, people, groups that you belong to. Perhaps you'll be leaving, departing from a certain group. Perhaps you'll be launching a group. This could be also the case. The full moon is about a culmination or perhaps about a peak of a certain situation. So if you've been planning to launch your own group, your own tribe, then maybe this is when it's going to happen. But at the same time, this could be also connected to endings, or some breakthroughs in your friendships circle zone. Now, there could be a situation that emerges that will force you to have this important conversation with another person, a friend. Maybe this is an opportunity for healing any wounds from the past, if this is something that you want to do, if you want to give a connection, a friendship, another chance, then this full moon could help you to make it happen. But it won't be an easy path. The energies are tense, but it is possible. But at the same time, this full moon is about healing any misconceptions you might about yourself, your ability to belong to a group, to a tribe. I think this is also when you'll be healing some wounds from the past connected to friendships, you're belonging to a group, any insecurities, vulnerabilities, or any limitations that there might be present in your life. If you've experienced social anxiety, for example, this is an opportunity for healing. Now, if you find that finances are a struggle and you are unable to reach your goals because your financial situation is unstable, which could be very much also here prominent. This sort of issues related to finances could be also prominent with Mars being activated in the Grand Cross and Pluto in the 8th house. But at the same time, we've got Mars squaring Chiron, Mars squaring the full moon, and that's also here your 8th house is activated. So if you are experiencing any financial difficulties, struggles at the moment, then here during this full moon, you'll be working on finding the right solutions, maybe changing your direction, changing your mind. But overall, with the 11th house activations, it's about redefining your goals, your dreams, your hopes. This is about being realistic about what is currently achievable at this point in your life and what you need to push away and perhaps try to achieve at a different stage in your life. At the same time, friendships, connections, you gain a full clarity at this time in terms of who you want in your reality and who perhaps you want to distance yourself from, who is healthy for your well-being and who is unhealthy and just draining your energies, draining your time, so to speak. So thank you very much, Geminis. And let's have a look at the next sign. Hello, Cancers, and welcome. A full moon here is activating your 10th house. So the house of career, public persona, public image. Generally here, with a full moon in the 10th house, you are fully visible. You might be popular around this time, or you might feel like you're more popular. You might feel like people want your attention. This could be a really busy time, but the energies are erratic. And there could be, on the one hand, there could be lots of activities surrounded around your family and home responsibilities, but at the same time, your career will demand your attention. So you'll have to find a healthy balance. So generally, any imbalance will come up and show up around this time. A full moon here in the 10th house connects to a story from last year in April. Maybe this is about receiving a recognition. Maybe this is about the completion of a major project phase in your career. Maybe this is about making an important decision, moving into 2025. If you're planning to change your job or career, if you're planning to look for something else, then during this full moon, you might be having lots of thoughts, realizations going through your mind. And I think this is also a chance for you to heal your relationship with your parents. This is your chance to heal any insecurities you may have about your ability to achieve, to be successful. If you are unhappy in your career or work, then this full moon will also make it very clear. And at the same time, this is a great chance for you to think deeply about what is it that you want moving forward. If you're not happy in the current life situation, what healthy solutions you could implement to implement more happiness, more fulfillment, more satisfaction. Thank you very much. And let's have a look at the next sign. Leos, welcome. A full moon here is activating your 9th house. So the 9th house deals with travel, with international business affairs, import, exports related matters, higher education. Now, a full moon is connected to breakthroughs, conclusions, a time of release, letting go. Maybe this is about launching, publishing, starting a new business career in the coaching, teaching industry. Maybe you're also completing an astrology course. This could be the case as well. With Chiron's involvement, this is your chance to redefine your beliefs. This is your chance to redefine your life philosophy. This is the chance for you to ask yourself, am I heading in the right direction or whether something needs to change? Now, if you've been previously overly influenced by other people when it comes to the decisions you made in your life, the direction you took in your life, whether those were your parents or some other influential people that really pushed you in the direction that isn't really for you, then during this full moon, this is also when you might actually realize, hold on, am I following my own path, or am I trying to make other people happy, or am I trying to satisfy other people's needs, unfulfilled goals, desires? Here, travel, working with other people, this is all really prominent. The North Node is still here until the end of January. So whatever international affairs occur, whatever international connections, opportunities for travel, for working for international organizations, for learning new languages, this is really, really positive for you and beneficial because the North Node allows you to, or helps you, encourages you to make it to move forward and achieve goals connected to these themes. Now, I think this is also connected to that need to spread your wings. Lots of healing energy as well, energy that wants you to move away or wants to help you to move away from any insecurities that are holding you back and making it very difficult for you to spread your wings. and move forward in the right direction. Having said that, here, learning, studying, absorbing knowledge is really beneficial as well during this time, because this can really help you with any career related decisions moving forward. So thank you very much. And let's have a look at the next sign. Virgos, welcome. We've got a full moon activating your eighth house, the area of life connected to investments, shared and joined resources, but also healing and deep transformation. So yes, lots of transformative energies here in the air without a doubt. Maybe this is also about finding a healthy balance in the financial sector. You might be dealing with an important situation connected to shared how the resources and finances, especially finances, are shared and managed in your household. I think this kind of theme could show up for many Virgos. I think this is a chance to transform yourself. This is a chance to heal any vulnerabilities. It's a very emotional, very sensitive full moon. So surround yourself with positive experiences, positive people. You might have a need to withdraw, contemplate, and recharge. And this is a time often when you might be more negative than usual. Very often with the moon transiting the eighth house and the 12th house, we become very vulnerable to external influences, to external people, situations, and so on. So for this reason, I mentioned earlier, surround yourself with positivity, because you can be easily affected by negative feedback, by other people's negative moods and influences. Now, at the same time here, I think that there's a chance to transform your emotions, deeply rooted feelings, emotions, which might come up to the surface. But here, this is a chance to face them, overcome, at least substantially, and heal. So healing, transformation, seeing life from a very different perspective, moving away, releasing those old negative energies and wounds. But at the same time, I think this is also when you'll be taking a closer look at your outgoings, at your spendings, at your credit card. If you're struggling with debts, this is a chance to take a closer look and address any issues there might be. Make a plan, strategic plan here, if you can, especially since Venus is in opposition to Uranus at this time, and Venus rules your area of finance. So there could be a little bit of instability. And watch your spendings around this time. There's a tendency towards impulse spending here with the erratic energy of Uranus. Thank you very much, Virgos. And now let's have a look at Libras. Libras, welcome. We've got a full moon activating your seventh house. So this is connected to one-to-one connections, contracts, relationships. Here, the seventh house, full moon and Chiron. This is a chance for you to heal. A lot of healing is taking place here. Healing connected to love, relationships, how you relate to others, how you communicate with others. Now, many situations from the past, especially those connected to failed relationships, it doesn't have to be love only, but generally connections with other people. They could come up into the surface through your thoughts, through your dreams, through conversations with other people. There's a lot of letting go and I think a lot of accepting that you can't change the past, but you can make better decisions in the future based on your past experiences, which you can take as your lessons, as your life lessons. So I think for many Libras, there's a lot of healing energy. You might be reinventing yourself around this time. You might be tempted to change your style, to have a haircut, to do something different or differently because of the opposition between Venus and Uranus. So there's a little bit of that eccentricity or eccentric energy, unpredictability. So keep your schedule light around this full moon because things might go slightly different way to what you originally planned or expected. But overall, I think a lot of healing, maybe you'll be healing a connection that you really, really care about, and you might want to give it another chance. Overall, you're looking closely at the important areas of your life with the cardinal grand cross being activated. So your relationships, your home, and your career. And of course, the sun is in your first house. You're finding more balance between these areas of your life, especially if you feel like you've dedicated yourself too much to a specific area of your life, maybe to your work, with Saturn being here in your sixth house. I think lots of healing is coming up here for you, Libras. Healing of past connections, relationships. Maybe you will embark on a new journey, on healing journey with a coach, with a therapist. So this could be also the case when it comes to healing through the help of another person. But at the same time, you have a need to reinvent yourself, to change something in your physical appearance or perhaps in your life, in your style. There is this need for a little transformation as well with this full moon. Now we've got a square to Mars as well, so there could be a situation at work that occurs that will generally make you think deeper about the direction you want to take in your life, or whether you're heading in the right direction, whether you need to implement some changes. So generally here at your work, try to avoid any confrontations, especially with people who are prone to be impulsive or short-tempered on a regular basis. So thank you very much, and let's have a look at the next sign. All right, so hello Scorpios and welcome. So here for us, myself being also a Scorpio rising, this full moon activates the sixth house of everyday life, everyday routine. And I think, of course, this will be connected to lifestyle changes to a certain extent. I think healing is also highlighted. Healing is definitely highlighted, but I think there could be a lot going on, lots of maybe responsibilities as well. With that square to Mars and Chiron squaring Mars and the sun in the 12th house, I think you might feel like you want to withdraw. You might feel like you want to detach from reality in some way, not in some crazy way, but perhaps you want to dive deeper into. And I'm just thinking, because I'm going through this massive spiritual phase now, as I do every now and then, but I'm listening to Dolores Cannon, Convoluted Universe book, and I'm doing the palmistry course next weekend. So, and of course, that's the solar eclipse in Libra. And are you also on a spiritual journey? Do you have the need to heal? Do you have the need to move forward, evolve, and grow personally, spiritually? I think there's a lot of energy surrounded around this. Of course, with the South Node, lots of release, moving away from the old. But at the same time, I feel like you might want to deal with your own personal desires, needs, but I think there will be a lot happening in your daily life that will take your attention, and will need your attention and your energy, and kind of could restrict your freedom to a certain extent. I think this is also about lots of healing, definitely lots of healing here. See, there's so much happening, and it will play out differently for different people because there are so many planets here being activated, but also the Sun and Chiron opposition. The Sun rules the 10th house. Are you experiencing any insecurities that are holding you back from reaching your goals, from succeeding in your life? Because they might become pretty apparent in October with the eclipse in the 12th house, with Chiron opposing the Sun, squaring Mars. I think any insecurities, any limitations will be really, really visible, or at least to you apparent. And this is a chance to really work out what you can do to help yourself heal, to make better decisions moving forward, to reach success, fulfillment as well. So overall, we've got lifestyle changes, lots of letting go of what doesn't belong in your reality, what has fulfilled its purpose as well. All right, so thank you very much. And let's have a look at the next sign. Sagittarius, welcome. We've got the fifth house activation this time around. We had an eclipse in Libra on the 2nd of October, and now we've got a full moon in Aries on the 17th. So here, generally, Libra season is connected to friendships, other people, connections, groups. And I think with the full moon conjunct Chiron opposing the sun, I think for many Sagittarius rising individuals, this is a chance for you to heal your inner child. Heal your inner child. So any insecurities or limitations from the past that are still holding you back, they will become very visible and apparent. So we've discussed it already during the Aries and Libra eclipses that have been reoccurring since last year. And you have already gone through this journey of healing and letting go. But here with Chiron being so prominent, this is another chance for you to address any limitations, any vulnerabilities that are holding you back and making you feel stuck in your life, in your reality. Now, many Sagittarius rising individuals might also get engaged in activities connected to healing therapy or art, healing through being creative, for example. This could be very, very, very beneficial as well. Maybe this is about starting new hobbies, new interests, but something generally that could help you heal, that could help you to feel at peace, well balanced, in harmony with a grand cardinal cross. You really need to find that harmony between your financial areas of life, but at the same time between your inner self, your inner child, in order to feel more confident, feel more authentic. The fifth house is also connected to children, of course. So perhaps you're healing your relationship with your children. Maybe you're teaching others about how to be a better parent. We've got a square to Mars in the eighth house as well. I think this is also a chance for you to take a closer look at your financial sector. And if there are any blockages, internal blockages that are stopping you or holding you back from achieving success, financial success, then here, this is also a chance to address them, especially since Pluto is on its way out from your second house, moving into the third. And this is generally your final chance with Pluto to address anything connected to your ability to attract wealth, to transform your financial sector. This is your final chance for using that Plutonic transformative energy to make these major breakthroughs. All right, so let's have a look at the next sign. Thank you. Hello, Capricorns, and welcome to your horoscope. So here, this full moon activates your fourth house. We've got the moon and Chiron conjunction. The North Node is here. And of course, the grand cardinal cross. We've got a square to Mars. So the way it would manifest for some Capricorns is this could be about a situation that reaches its peak connected to your marriage, connected to your relationship. If there is an ongoing issue, then it might actually become a time during this full moon when you will have to address it, when you have to have this important conversation in order to resolve the conflict that has been here going on for quite some time. And the full moon will illuminate it. The full moon will really push you into resolving it, whichever direction you want to go moving forward. Now, with Chiron involved in this full moon, this is about healing. Well, on the one hand, this is a chance to heal your relationship if you are experiencing any difficulties, but this is also about healing of your emotional well-being. Any memories from the past, anything connected to your roots, to your heritage, where you come from, Generally, during this full moon, any insecurities connected to your emotional well-being, to your home, to your parents, to your family might become more apparent, more visible, and this is a chance for you to let go, address them, release those energies. So on the one hand, this could be about healing. Now, on a different level, this is also when you will have to all have an opportunity to find a better balance between your home and career area. Now, you might be also dealing with a situation overall that might feel like a sense of crisis, like a now or never feeling, with Pluto being at 29th degree of Capricorn. Now, at the same time, we've got Venus and Uranus opposition. Venus is the ruler of your 10th house. So here, for some Capricorns, this could be also about some unexpected news, changes, breakthroughs, realizations connected to your career direction or career path. All right, so let's have a look at the next sign. Thank you. Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your horoscope. So here, this full moon is activating your 3rd house. The 3rd house deals with communication, our thinking process, our mind. So here, with Chiron being involved, this could play out in many different ways. On the one hand, this is connected to healing of the mind, healing of your thoughts, engaging in workshops, meditation, guided meditation that could help you heal. Maybe this is also about coaching or seeking help from another professional who would help you to deal with certain insecurities, vulnerabilities that we've been struggling with. Now, this is also connected to you learning your own healing skills in order to help others. The 3rd house is about working with our hands, so perhaps you're learning to heal with your hands, Reiki, for example. Maybe this is about having an important conversation. Now, there could be a lot happening in your daily life, at your work, responsibilities. I think that you might also realize that you need to change your routine because there is too much going on in your life. Or perhaps maybe you're struggling with finding time for yourself, for your own goals and needs and desires. Because here Jupiter is retrograde now in Gemini in your 5th house, and this will if you don't have enough time for yourself, for your hobbies, for your interests, it doesn't have to be too much, a lot of time, but at least a little bit every week, then here this will also become pretty apparent, and it might actually make you question your daily reality, daily routine, which might also prompt you to maybe move away from certain daily habits that just create too much chaos in your daily life, and they are generally unnecessary. So overall here with the 3rd house, this is about having these meaningful conversations, making important decisions. So thank you very much. Hello, Pisces, and welcome. We've got a full moon activating your 2nd house of income, resources, and possessions, but also self-worth and self-esteem. Now, the first thing that came into my mind is that this is a chance for you to heal your relationship with finances, with money, your approach to spending and saving money. And at the same time, any insecurities related to your self-worth and self-esteem might become more visible, more apparent around this full moon, also prompting you to heal and to release any negative energies and negative influences that block the ability to achieve, to succeed, to accumulate wealth. This could be also about making a major purchase here. The full moon is a point of release, a point of major breakthroughs, very often completion. So if you've been saving up for, or if you've been trying to launch something connected to financial growth, then this full moon could also facilitate that. This could be about having to make an important decision as well, with Venus, the ruler of your 3rd, being at that energetic 29th degree, rushing you to decide which direction you want to take. Because this is a time of transformation with so many energies, planets being activated, but definitely sleep on it if you have to. Don't rush with anything, because there is a tendency towards making these impulsive decisions with all these energies being activated, but then it might be that you might feel like you didn't make the right decision because you were too quick to judge or too quick to decide. So definitely think carefully. With Saturn in the first house retrograde, if you feel like things are moving slowly and too slowly, don't worry, because Saturn will station direct in November and you will see that things will finally start to move forward. You'll be rewarded for your hard work that you completed during the retrograde phase of Saturn. And overall here, the full moon in Aries is all about your money, finances, your financial situation. But at the same time, with the full moon, very often we launch something, a side hustle or business. At the same time, a great time for healing any insecurities you have about your ability to make money, earn money, attract money. That's your chance for doing so. So thank you very much.